Welcome, sir. Welcome. We're so grateful to you, sir. Devi Krishnamurthy. APJ Abdul Kalam, Honorable Justice Shri Ashok Bhanji, respected Shri J. Sarkar, subject experts and participants who have come from all over India, reporters from the media and friends, very good afternoon to all, very good morning to all of you. Today, I stand before you to give an introduction to this unusual seminar on scientific dating of ancient events before 2000 BC. This has two parts. One is astronomical dating of planetary references in ancient Sanskrit manuscripts by making use of planetarium software. Software is the same as is used by Nehru planetariums also, you might have seen. Correlation of such astronomical dates with corroborating archaeological, geological, anthropological, paleobotanic, oceanographic, ecological and remote sensing evidence. 2000 वर्ष ईसा पूर्व से भी पुरानी प्राचीन घटनाओं का वैज्ञानिक नीति से तिथि निर्धारण, प्लैनेटेरियम गोल्ड सॉफ्टवेयर के उपयोग से प्राचीन संस्कृत पुस्तकों व पांडुलिपियों में ग्रहों और राशियों के संदर्भों का खगोलीय समय निर्धारण तथा इन अनुक्रमिक तिथियों का पुरातात्विक, भूवैज्ञानिक, मानव विज्ञान, समुद्र विज्ञान, भौगोलिक अनुसंधान व उपग्रह चित्रों से सहसंबंध। बहुत टेक्निकल है, बट हमारे प्रेजेंटर्स ने इसको बहुत सिंपल करने की कोशिश की। द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ द सेमिनार वाज नॉट कंसीव्ड ओवरनाइट. Like most of the Indians, I also believe that 1500 BC we were all uncivilized. Some people from Central Asia came. They were themselves nomads. They came with their cattle and rathas and travelled over Hindu Kush and Himalayas. And then suddenly some miracle happened. They forgot their original homelands. They forgot its name. They forgot the rivers and the flora fauna. And then they civilized. Suddenly they developed civilization. And our North Indians who were supposed to be uncivilized were pushed to the south, made to be known as Dravidians, and these people settled a mighty civilization in North India. That's what all of us have studied, that is what all of us believe. I also believe till 2001, that is till the start of the new millennium. We started with extensive net surfing. It's during that I realized what a vast wealth of knowledge has been created by our scientists all over India, but those science reports are in those science departments. They are not known to general public. So now we wanted to approach the original reports and the details. So the contact started naturally, slowly. It will take some time for them to respond. Slowly they were convinced about our mission, and slowly they started supporting our research in the sense that whatever are their research fields, they will find the corroborating facts from their area. And today, sir, we feel so fortunate in reporting that more than 45 scientists, including archaeologists, geologists, anthropologists, oceanographers, space scientists, etc., have come from all over India to share their research reports at this forum. अभी तक भारत का इतिहास मुख्यतः भाषागत अनुमानों अथवा धार्मिक विश्वासों पर लिखा गया है, जिसकी पुष्टि वैज्ञानिक आधार पर लगभग असंभव है. इसलिए वैज्ञानिक खोज हेतु बढ़ती हुई हमारी क्षमताओं और संसाधनों के आधार पर इतिहास की ज्ञात सीमाओं का लगातार विकास होना अनिवार्य है. So when it became a mission, our first tribute was to our very dear Ashok Bhatnagar. We designed a clock that is as a seminar memento, which is the sky view he generated from the software at the time of birth of Lord Ram, and on that we try to design a working wall clock. This is the seminar memento, and we are grateful to the family of Shri Pushkar Bhatnagar, his mother, Mrs. Pushpa Bhatnagar, and his wife and children are present. So, though it became a mission, and slowly we built a team, and the climax was yet to come. That was in 2007 when I read the book Ignited Minds, written by no other but our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. The words which keep on ringing in my mind and have been inspiring me, I like to quote. Unfortunately for India, historic forces have not given a common memory to all communities by taking them back to their roots a millennium or two down the ages. Not enough effort has been made in last 50 years to foster that memory. In India, the core culture goes beyond time. It precedes the arrival of Islam, it precedes the arrival of Christianity. It is when we accept India in all its splendid glory that with a shared past as a base, we can look forward to a shared future of peace and prosperity, of creation and abundance. Our past is there with us forever. It has to be nurtured in good faith, not destroyed in exercise of political manipulation. With these words of wisdom, we fully committed ourselves to carry forward this mission. In 2009, we started the Delhi chapter and built our team, having astronomer, basic, very necessary for the astronomical dating, having archaeologists and having other scientists associated with us. This team has been gathering evidence for last two years on purely scientific basis from different disciplines. The project is from Rigved to Aryabhatiya. This is the first part. We propose to reconstruct the entire historic sequence of events in India from Rigved to Aryabhatiya, and this is the first part. Probably we will have to do two other parts. One will be covering Bodh and Jain period, the final will be Aryabhatta and Bhaskara and all that. Now, with this we found that we can go public now with the first part, and here this seminar was conceived because we did Rigved and Ramayana period. We thought we have gathered sufficiently good evidence to be placed before the experts, to be got validated, to take their suggestions, to improve our research methodology and to improve our research inputs. After all this research, we feel that there is a serious case made out that our history should be rewritten. The linguistic guesswork and the religious belief or hearsay seems to have no place in this age of science. After all, when scientists told you that Pluto is not a planet, you accepted it. If the scientists, all of them, say that linguistic guesswork doesn't have any scientific basis, probably our scientific mind will have to accept it. So with this, we made our mission that we let it be known and let us persuade the government also, so that they take the research reports of all these scientists and researchers and create a body where probably the history could be rewritten on scientific basis. Why so? We feel that our research reveals that our culture and civilization are more than 10,000 years old. They are indigenous. They have grown indigenously. During the process and the course, you will know, including the genetic profiling, that this civilization has been growing indigenously, and our genetic profile recognizes the genetic profile of Central Asians. So with that, sir, we embark upon this first national seminar on our topic. To conclude, I will say that what would be more satisfying for our research team and for me as a research coordinator than the venerated personality, His Excellency Dr. APJ Kalam, who inspired us to carry on this research, is personally present to inaugurate the first seminar on this subject. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the man himself, His Excellency Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam.
Friends, good morning to all of you. And first of all, I would like to greet Honorable Justice Ashok Khan and Sri Jawahar Sarkarji and Dr. Krishnamurti and the great organizer Sarit Bala, and then scientists, geological scientists, astronomers and historians, all students. I would like to greet all of you, my greeting friends. I am indeed delighted to participate in the inauguration of seminar on scientific dating of ancient events before 2000 BC. Friends, I am happy that all of you are engaged one way or other in establishing synergy between the scientific wisdom of ancient India and modern scientific invention in various areas such as agriculture, energy, medicine, weapon system and metallurgy. I am sure this type of study will enable us to utilize the scientific techniques used by our ancestors and lead towards an eco-friendly planet Earth for the present and the future. When I am here with all of you, I would like to share my thoughts on the topic, the past meets the present leading to a better future. The topic I have selected, past meets the present leading to a better future. Friends, when you are all, some of you working on scientific dating of epics, particularly Ramayana, I would like to share with you my personal experience. I was born in British India, in Rameshwaram Island, grown there for 16 years when India emerged. My life is completely interconnected in a lovely way because during various phases of my life, sea waves were giving me beautiful songs, songs of freedom and songs of development. The entire Rameshwaram Island is known to me with great detail, every part of it, because as a young boy, I used to travel all parts of the island to deliver the newspaper daily to various houses. In my eyes, Gandhamana Bhavan appears from where Rama is supposed to have seen Sri Lanka. In front of me appears the famous Godatrama temple of Rameshwaram, Dhanushkodi. Also I see Ramatirtham, Lakshmana and Jadai Tirtham and Agni Tirtham in different areas of Rameshwaram. The central point is Ramaswamy temple, where we find the Sivalinga which Lord Rama has worshipped. Today, being the new moon day of Adi month, minimum 3 lakh pilgrims from different parts of the country and Nepal will be converging at Rameshwaram for sea bath and worship. The day of Lord Rama is supposed to have taken the path in Rameshwaram sea after returning from the war to remove the doshas of killing Ravana. The thousands of pilgrims visit the island every day and enjoy its beauty and spirituality. I'll be the happiest fellow if through scientific dimension establish the places from where their Lord Rama, Lakshmana, Hanuman, Sugriva and the Vanara Sena created a base before launching the war at Sri Lanka. Recently I have a profound interest in scientific dating. Hence I have profound interest in scientific dating of Ramayana. Just an introduction. Vedic and post-Vedic literature has a tremendous amount of scientific knowledge which will be extremely beneficial to humanity. For creating a faith in this document, there is a need to establish the date of occurrence of Vedas and Upanishads which are contained in our mythology so that they are transformed to historical events and not imaginary mythological events. I am happy that this is what the researchers in astronomy, ecology, theology, archaeology, anthropology and space science and ancient history assembled here going to be carried out and are in process of demonstrating it to the modern scientific world. If you look at the study of scientific dating in Ramayana, the important aspect about the Ramayana is that when Valmiki wrote the epic, he made it with many proofs. He packed so much information about the various planetary positions of those days, the geography of the areas mentioned in the epic, the seasonal events, and about the genealogy of various kings. That's virtually virtually to establish the dates on which those events occurred. So, how is astronomical dating done? Says the eminent historian Dr. P.V. Vartak. Quote, Sage Valmiki has recorded the dates of events in detail by describing the position of stars and planets. To decipher the astronomical encodings has not been a trivial task, it's a small task, and not many have attempted to do so. I hope you are all doing. It will be noted that the ancient Indians had a perfect method of time measurement. They recorded thithis, days according to the nakshatra on which the moon prevailed, the months, the seasons, even the different period. By noting a particular alignment of astronomical bodies which occurs once in many thousand years, the dates of the events can be calculated. This is what historian says, over 9,300 years ago. So it's a nice thing to hear. For example, Rigveda talks about an advanced, civilized, predominantly urban and maritime society which has used a variety of ships, boats, and 75 different types of houses which include husbands and palaces. Vedic literature reveals that Indians had very advanced knowledge of mathematics and were possessing extraordinary knowledge of astronomy. Dakshila University was established in 700 BC, where more than 10,000 students from all over the world studied more than 60 subjects. Similarly, Nalanda University was in existence in 3rd century BC, which has housed more than 90 lakh books. Maharshi Atraya was the first guru of internal medicine. Sri Dhanvantari of surgery and Kashyapa was the first guru of genealogy and pediatrics. Shurashtra describes more than 40 types of surgical instruments, and Ayurveda talks about holistic treatment. Astronomical calculation making use of a planetarium software have proved that events narrated in Valmiki Ramayana actually occurred around 7,000 years back and they can be subsequently dated. Ramasetu is found submerged and the same location as in described Valmiki Ramayana, and the city of Dwarka has been explored by maritime archaeologists